Hey everyone, Brendan Snyder here. How are you? Thank you so much for joining me and welcome to the 5th video in a series of me unboxing things that I haven't seen in about 25 long years. 1997, in fact. That was actually when I moved away, left home, went away to college, and all that stuff stayed boxed away in closets. If you don't know or you're new to my channel, I recently just moved, bought a house in New Jersey. I'd lived in New York City for the last 23 years. And all that stuff has now been shipped up here. And I've lived here actually for about 6 months. So those of you that actually saw the first 4 videos of this and thought this series was done, hey, I thought it was too. I didn't think there was another box to be found. I'm going through stuff, and for the time that we're filming this here, it's the beginning of December. In fact, it's December 4th today when I'm filming, and I think I'm posting this, a couple days down the road. But beginning of December, and I'm looking for the Christmas decorations, and I want to break that stuff out. I finally have a house. I can, put garland up the banister and whatnot. And I found another box, and it's cool because I thought maybe I'd gotten rid of some of this stuff. I cracked the top of this thing and I was like, oh, there's that such and such that I was missing or so forth. So I have an entire box here, more of stuff to be going through, and I'm super excited and super stoked to be going through it this with you. And again, for those of you that are new to this, I haven't seen what's inside here. I literally cut the top and realized what it was and just stopped, and I come up here and I turn on the camera so that we can film this. So let's go ahead and dive into this thing and see what we got, because it's been killing me not to be able to open it right away until I turned on the camera here. So right off the bat, let's see. All right, got a box of CDs, a couple of them in fact down there. It looks like CD single things. Let's see what we've got here. I don't know, we got a Soup Dragons Define thing. It's got a bunch of different versions and mixes on it. I've got a AC/DC Ball Breaker. I think this, I can't remember if this had a CD or a guitar pick or something, but it definitely had has a poster. I remember wanting it for that when I got it. Oh, here's a book on the door, CD size style book. Got one here. Oh, didn't know that. Got one on Neil Young. Just filmed the Neil Young Harvest box set review. I've been looking for these guys. Wow, man. Motley Crue Raw Tracks, these Japanese edition EPs that came out back in the day. This was like, as a huge Motley Crue fan, it was really cool to get these things. Not as much unreleased stuff as you would have liked on here, but it did have the original Leather Records versions of Live Wire and PCR Action. I had a couple remixes on here, some other stuff, and live tracks, and so it was pretty cool. Didn't get outtakes and stuff like that. So at the time, would have loved to have been a lot more, but still very cool. Got some PJ singles in here. Let's see what else I got. Some of these are just promo copies. Misfits, Dig Up Her Bones. I'll have to put that with my Misfits collection now. Oh, look at that. Paul McCartney, he did this during the Flaming Pie series, put out these EPs. This was a Best Buy exclusive. Ubu Jubu Ecology, and it had different discussions and stuff, and I think it had some tracks on it. It has Wildlife that's on here and some other things, but there's looks like there are 9 tracks on this thing, so I have to check this thing out again. Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band. This was a Blockbuster music exclusive. I don't know if it was just still the video store at that time, but an album that I guess they only carried. And let's see what else we got in here. Oh, Black Eyed Susan, for those of you that are glam metal fans like me. We got Dizzy Dean Davidson from Britney Fox there. Peter Gabriel, Steam single. A lot of cool other stuff that's within that. But let's keep going. Let's see what else we got here. Got some stuff right on the top. I got a card from my grandfather there. Have to dig into that. He's no longer with us, so it'll be kind of cool to read that. And it looks like I've got different news clippings. What do we got here? John Mellencamp one. This is the Journey concert that I went and saw. Wow, what is this? Band singer dies on stage. Oh, Mark Sandman from Morphine. Wow, I did not know that he died on stage, or at least didn't remember it. Big hair, big comebacks. Poison. Whoops, can't hold that up. That was a review of a Poison concert, I think. Foreigner one. Feels like the first time. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I'll have to put those in. If you saw one of my other videos, I found a scrapbook that I was making of all that stuff, so I'll get back to that. Did not know I still had the long box. I'm gonna have to like fold this back together and glue the tops and everything on it. See, this was the very first CD that I had gotten as a Christmas gift, and I didn't know which end to open it at, so I actually opened it at the wrong end before getting down here to this thing. So that's why that's that. But had to keep that, and got some cool Motley Crue magazines from back in the day. And yeah, I was you know, guitar player, so I had sheet music for some you know, Poison and Slaughter. Oh, and Faster Pussycat. Interesting that they're all ballads though, but those were popular songs at that time. Paul Westerberg of The Replacements, and an album of his called 14 Songs, limited edition. CD up front there, and then cool you know, photos and everything, set up to be like a book style in here, but very cool. Got one from Fish, if I can get it out, for their album Hoist. Cool little pulley system here, I guess, you know, to hoist it up. CDs on the inside of this. Always was a little difficult getting this guy out, but there you go. You can see that the CD's coming out now. So it just came inside this bag, and there's Hoist, but still got the little tag and everything that's on it. Oh, nice. The Tears for Fears, King and the Raoul, or Raoul and the Kings of Spain. And you open it, and it's got this scroll that's in there, and it's got the album itself and book and some other things that are behind it. I didn't know that I still had this, done to look like a cigar case. So that's cool. Peter Gabriel, Digging in the Dirt CD single box set. I mean, this goes back when they were doing little limited edition things for even CD singles. You know, it's like today you never see somebody sell just a CD single, but oh, got the disc coming apart there, but got that. And I got the original Slayer blood pack, as they call this thing here. It's long since dried up, as you can see, but it's for Seasons in the Abyss CD single, and had the blood that moved around and these skulls that floated in it and everything. And even like this, dried up like this is still worth quite a bit of money. Let's see what else we got. This one's a cool one. Nirvana CD single box set for Nevermind. Now, if you've never seen this before, that's because I made it. This is not something you can buy. I actually cut this out from a magazine. I had a what they called a record store flat for promotion that I cut down and folded into this sort of a thing where then I purchased the CD singles independently, and I made this. And later on, they would actually release something like this down the road. But at that time, nothing like this existed, and I still always kind of really dug having that. Long before I was buying all these box sets that are behind me, I was making some of my own. I've got a limited edition one here for Robert Plant. This one here actually is a cut down version of it, if I'm not mistaken, because I think this thing was the long box that came all the way down, and I think I cut it off and folded it up into a smaller thing like this just to hold the stuff itself. You know, today I would never modify something like that, but you know, back then I was young and just starting out and so forth. I've got some other cool stuff. Oh, the Richie Sambora limited edition version of Stranger in This Town. And this thing opened up like so. Cool kind of quad fold. It has the interview disc and the album itself, and then there was a guitar pick necklace included, and that was the thing that I really wanted in it. Limited edition of Live Baby Live or Live Baby Live, depending upon how you want to say it. Nothing bonus on it, just the CD down here and the booklet up here. And there was a few of these that came out. In fact, here's the other one that I had that is like that. It's the Grateful Dead Without a Net. Same sort of thing, booklet, CD like that. It was just basically doing the long box, but keeping all of that where you weren't discarding it like the way that Motley Crue one was. My one lone Elvis Presley album, the Christmas album, which I actually found out is his biggest selling album. And there's Graceland in the Snow. So a cool little pop-up limited edition thing for that. And we've got an Iron Maiden CD single box set. Let's see which way this goes, like that. And it's got in here the Man on the Edge CD single and some postcards that are in here, but it had room for future ones, and I don't know if they actually released all the CD singles that were intended for this. I've never seen them if they did, but this box set was created in order to do that, and I picked it up. Oh, this is cool. I thought I had lost these. A couple more, what do you call it, mini discs. So the Titanic soundtrack, Firehouse, Pink Floyd's Pulse. This one here is actually worth a pretty penny, I know, because I was looking that one up recently. I got some CD singles or something right here on top, including a really cool one. I'll get to it in just a minute, but let's see. We've got Fuel from Power Trip Monster Magnet. Looks like 5 tracks, a sampler from the album. Always enjoyed those. Pearl Jam Animal CD single. We've got 4 tracks on this. Live is a live version that's on here. I got a Pink Floyd, it says, Tonight Let's All Make Love in London Plus. $11.98 when I picked that up at the time. So it's got Interstellar Overdrive and a couple interviews and a song called Nick's Boogie on here. And we've got, let's see, got some Sean Colvin, and this is Wish You Were Here. I guess this, I believe, is a Christmas track. I got some Eagles stuff, Roots Radical by Rancid, Porno for Pyro's Pets. This cool Sheryl Crow thing that at the time when it came out, this was a CD single for What I Can Do For You, but it had, if I can get it out, there we go, a calendar. So obviously not worth anything anymore because the years have since passed, but I just loved all those sort of things. Let's see, oh, Elvis, excuse me, 56, so apparently I have more than one Elvis album. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this period of Elvis going back. This is a very early style, what they now call the ebook, but a little hardbound book version of it. I have to put that aside. This is the one I saw when I was grabbing from the box that I said was pretty cool here, called Motor Headache, and it's Metallica doing Motorhead songs, and we've got them doing Overkill, Damage Case, Stone Dead Forever, and Too Late. So I thought that was really cool that they put that out as an EP. Let's see, this is Pink Floyd, High Hopes, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there might be some postcards or something as part of this. It's in an old Peaches bag. I used to love that record store. That was the one I grew up on. This was $11.99 at the time when it came out. Madonna, Erotica, the CD that came inside the book Sex. This was a special bonus CD that came with the Greatest Hits album of Motley Crue, and it had Rare Crew on here, a song that was called Song to Slit Your Wrists By, that was actually from Nikki Sixx's side project of 1958. Has Glitter Anthem mix, then Bittersweet, Planet Boom, and Father. So again, at the time, very cool to get that. Original album cover for Live at Donington, done to look like a bootleg edition, later reissued, and it got a full album treatment and everything, but at the time, that was the way it came out on EMI Records. So I've got 2 versions of that now. This is one I didn't know I still had, and very glad to get it, and it will be going up there. A Cure box set from the Wish era, and this collecting together all their CD singles, and it's a clamshell style. And it had, you know, postcard that was in here. I added things in like this flyer that was from a live show, and a button trying to make it a little bit more, but you know, let's see, so I'd only purchased 2 of these, so I have the Friday I'm in Love and High. Need to get the Letters from Elise CD single to put in here. Now that I have found this box, I will be doing just that to complete this thing off, and I don't know if there was supposed to have been a 4th single or not, but we'll be figuring that out and completing that so that I can have that. Then I've got 3 of these type of CD boxes in here. I believe they're all CD singles like this. Let's see what we've got. Let's see if I flip this around the right way. AC/DC, Hail Caesar, cool one. Let's see, some Black Crowes, Jealous Again. Say Goodbye by Cheap Trick. That's the only way to get those 2 tracks. Oh, Faith No More single for Epic. Ooh, Juliet, Revving Me Up. Another glam metal band, Iron Maiden, Wasting Love. Oh, and we got another one in here. Okay, Lord of the Flies. This one would be one that would go inside that box. So to keep that in mind. Got some NXS, The Gift. Got 3 Motley Crues in here for Afraid. Must be alternate different mixes and things like that. We've got some of those songs that are from the Quaternary EP that are on here. The singles like Father and Bittersweet and stuff like that as well. Also have a Primal Scream CD single in here. Had Red Hot Live and Dr. Feelgood Live on it, but this one is one that I know that I've always been looking for since getting it. Is the Vince Neil Sister of Pain single that has Blondes Have More Fun and I Want to Be Sedated, 2 cover songs that have not been released since. So cool to get those again. Got some Megadeth, like Skin on My Teeth in here. A whole bunch of Metallica ones like Inner Sandman. I know, hard to see because it was a black cover, but Stone Cold Crazy and the Inner Sandman demo. This one was one I really liked, Metallica Live at Wembley. This was to their performance for the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, but released, and it was not a CD single in the sense that it was not promoting one song. It was like a little EP, and that was just very cool to get those 3 songs. Got some 9 Inch Nails and Pearl Jam. Got more Nirvana stuff, but from later, the follow-up album after Nevermind. So we get All Apologies, and we get Heart-Shaped Box. Got another one. This is the Sliver EP. I didn't even realize I got more Metallica from the later, Load and Reload stuff in here, and got some Garbage. Let's see what the other ones have. These are cool because these are in the Peaches crates. This is what my record store would sell, and you could get these crates that held CD singles or DVDs or any number of things. So Aerosmith, Crazy. No, that didn't have a cover on it, did it? Blackfoot Medicine Man. We've got Bon Jovi Always, a couple versions of that in here. Let's see what else. Sheryl Crow and Better Than Ezra. Some Cranberries. Even got some Michael Jackson in here. Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Oh, just the back side of that. I know where the disc is. I actually put it inside the 2 CD edition that I have of that. Beatles, Real Love CD single, had 4 tracks on it. It's from the Anthology series. Megadeth, Hangar 18, one of the first things I ever bought on CD. When I first started out, I didn't have a lot of money, so I would actually buy these CD singles that had a bunch of songs on them. In this case, we had 4 songs. So we had Hangar 18, the AOR edit, the LP edition, then the Conjuring and Hooks and Mouth. I believe they were both live editions. And we've got Sweating Bullets CD single. Again, had some live tracks on it, Ashes in Your Mouth and Countdown to Extinction. Let's see. Got a Meatloaf in here. I'd Like for You and That's the Truth CD single. So yeah, and some of these things I just got free working in the music store, so I wasn't necessarily buying all the singles. It was just things that I was getting a hold of that I could, have. Got another Iron Maiden in here. This one came with a 2 live tracks, Blood on the World's Hands and The Aftermath. And with Blaze Bayley singing, I really wanted to hear what he sounded like live, and this was the only way to do it, a 2 CD. This was a Japanese edition of it, so that was kind of cool there. Kix, Girl Money single. And I've also got one in here that's for Hotwire. This one having 2 live tracks added to it. It's just a promo thing. But at that time, it was really cool to get some of these things and get those bonus live tracks, B-sides. Got more Pearl Jam and stuff in here. Got Paw, if you guys know who those guys are. Some unreleased tracks on that. Queensryche, anybody listening? This was a really cool one here. Scarborough's Fair, the Simon & Garfunkel song, which was an unreleased cover at the time. Had some Go-Go's. Got a lot of Rolling Stones in here. Got Sting, Fields of Gold single. I got 4 tracks on here, including Purple Haze live. That's pretty cool. Got some Sepultura, Refuse, Resist. This one here's got 5 tracks on it. 3 unreleased outtakes and 1 track Orgasmatron, the Motorhead song, done live. Got a Simpsons CD single here. Deep, Deep Trouble 3 versions and Sibling Rivalry. Big show at the time, even had to pick that kind of stuff up. What else we got here? Slash's first solo material here, a song called Obsession. Martinez Sanchez, not at all style of Slash, but because he was on it, I had to pick it up. Of course, now he's since done. Really cool stuff. Great. I've been looking for that. I was actually ready to rebuy this. Urge Overkill, the Stool EP, this having on it their one big hit that was the cover of Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon that turned up in, it's a Neil Diamond song that turned up in the movie Pulp Fiction, but that was not on their album. ZZ Top, Give It Up. Let's see, Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark Live CD single. This one here being a numbered edition, 3,340. Got another Motley Crue in here, Hooligan's Holiday, and a couple different versions of the song. And I've got Metallica, one Japanese EP. And then Jesus Lizard and Nirvana doing songs. And last but not least, yep, because this is the last one in there, Ozzy Osbourne, Mama, I'm Coming Home, with Don't Blame Me and Party with the Animals on here. I know Party with the Animals was a bonus track, an unreleased track, so I'm probably picking it up for that. But man, yeah. So interestingly, finding a bunch of stuff that I had been looking for, but there's still some things that I did not find within this, and I'm wondering if I might have another box. I don't know. Just some blank paper on the bottom. I didn't know what that was down there, but there you go, man. That's cool, going through that. Things I haven't seen in 25 years. Now I'm going to pick and choose and pull stuff out of this. And like I said, man, I think coolest thing, I can now complete this Cure box set. I just have to track down that one CD single. And I actually know I've seen it somewhere, so I can go pick that thing up. But cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing all that stuff. Maybe it brought back some good memories to you. By the way, this shirt, the rat shirt, was one of the things that I found in the last video, the episode 4, where I found a whole bunch of shirts and stuff. In fact, I'm going to leave links to those in the description. And, you know, if you're watching this still at this point, do consider clicking subscribe at this point if you haven't already. All right, everyone, take care, have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.